Hi, I'm Ree from mummyof4.com. I help busy mums make their lives easier with parenting tips, tricks, hacks and advice. And in this video, I am going to be sharing with you the real reason that most babies do not sleep at night. Now, there are so many different theories about why most babies don't sleep at night, but today I'm going to tell you the truth about it. Now, the truth is most babies do sleep enough, just not at night and not in long enough blocks for us as parents. Now, I will start by saying that newborn babies and very young babies are not designed to sleep all night. Hate to break it to you. But, there is a huge but, they probably are capable of sleeping for longer than they are currently sleeping for you, which means you should be able to get some more sleep at night. So here's the truth. Newborn babies, sadly, are not designed to sleep all night. This is largely because their tummies are very, very small, and in order to fill themselves up enough to grow and flourish, they're going to need some night feeds. However, this does not mean they need to feed all night, bobbing on and off the boob, constantly keeping you awake through all the hours of darkness, as so many newborn babies do. So, why does this happen? There are a few reasons. I'm going to share them with you now. One reason that your baby is sleeping not enough at night is just, quite frankly, that they're sleeping too much in the day. So this can be fixed by looking at daytime routine and by structuring when you feed your baby, and when you encourage them to sleep during the day can therefore help when they sleep at night. Think about it. If you slept all day, would you want to sleep at night? I mean, right now, if you're watching this video, you're probably exhausted. You'd probably answer yes. But in all honesty, most adults who are not utterly sleep deprived would answer no. If you sleep all day, you're not going to sleep at night. By adjusting your baby's daytime routine, by encouraging them to feed and nap at certain times during the day, it does mean that they are far more likely to sleep for longer stretches at night. The second reason that your baby is not sleeping at night, and this one was a huge revelation for me. Now, when I had my first son, I would pick him up and feed him when he was hungry, day and night. So I'd pick him up, I'd feed him. He would feed for a few minutes and then he would fall back to sleep. And I would think, oh, I'm so tired, thank goodness, I can go back to sleep too. And I would put him back in his cot and I'd close my eyes, and within minutes, he was awake. And I would wake up feeling worse than when he woke me up the first time, because I had just fallen back to sleep and I was desperately tired. And this cycle repeated for most of the night. And then when I had my second son, I had a moment, like a light bulb moment. And here's how it goes. If you were to have a couple of bites of your dinner and then not eat anymore, do you think you would survive until your next mealtime without feeling hungry? I'm pretty sure the answer is no. So if you were to just have a forkful of food and then leave the rest of your meal, you're not going to last till your next mealtime, whenever your next mealtime is scheduled. If, however, you have a nice full meal, you are far more likely to last until your next mealtime. Babies are the same. Now, when a baby falls asleep at night, chances are it's not because they're done with their feed. It's probably just because they're very tiny and feeding is very tiring and they're exhausted. So here's what you need to do. You need to accept that when it is time to feed your baby at night, it is not going to be a 5-minute job. You need to be looking at like a 20-30 minute window to allow to make sure that you have fed them properly and they have had a full feed, a full meal. Otherwise, they're just getting a snack and they're going to be hungry again very soon. So if you wake up your, or rather if your baby wakes you up during the night for a feed, what I would suggest is pop on and have a sit on Netflix or a timer or an audiobook or something and just think, right, I'm going to be awake for a certain amount of time now. Put on a dim light, not the big, you know, main light, because you don't want your baby to be thinking, hey, it's time to get up and play, but enough of a light so they're not going to fall asleep. And when they do drift off on the boob, which they inevitably will, then it's time to change their nappy, to change their clothing, to gently remind them, no, it's not time to sleep now, it's time to finish your feed. And then once they have finished that feed, which, so they've been sort of suckling for as close to the 20 minutes as you can get them, which may take longer by the time you've stripped them off and changed the nappy and things, so it may take 20 to 30 minutes. Once they've done that, then they go back to sleep. Chances are they are going to get a much longer stretch of sleep, and then so can you. Now, maybe this seems totally obvious to you, but to me at the time, this is not what I was doing. This was not obvious to me. I was putting my baby back in his cot the second he fell asleep, and then wondering why on earth he was hungry again a few minutes later and I was ready to cry. So tell me, let me know in the comments, how do you work it when you've done night feeds in the past? When, if you're doing night feeds at the moment, you put them back in the cot the second they fall asleep, or do you encourage them to have a full feed? And let me encourage you to encourage your baby to have a fuller feed, and let me know. Get in touch with me on social media and let me know, does it make a difference? Are they sleeping for a longer stretch because they've had a longer feed? My guess and my hope for you is that yes, they will. And that way, if you can, even with a very small baby, get sort of a little bit more of a longer time being awake, a slightly longer time being awake that is, followed by a longer stretch of sleep, I guarantee you will feel about a gazillion times better. So there are 2 reasons why your baby may not be sleeping at night. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post more videos. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.